Hey, my loves, it's me, Oracle Brigette, and happy Monday. I hope you're doing well. I hope that this message finds you in a place where you are remembering to breathe. And in case you forgot, let's take a deep breath together. Take another deep breath. Start it at the base of your chakras and let it go all the way up to the crown of your head. And just remember, the number one power and tool that you have to change your vibration is breath. A deep breath can do magic for you. And when you are in your lowest vibrational place, there is, I'm making this number up, not a scientific number, but there is like an 80% chance that you're holding your breath or you're not breathing well. So keep that in mind. That's the first nugget I'd like to give you on today's live. Come on in, babes. Yay. Come in. Come in. Come in. So, kind of a message I'd like to give you all. If you have not watched my last two IGTVs, I highly recommend it. At minimum, watch my last IGTV that is 25 minutes long, because there's a 70-minute one, and then there's another one that's 25 minutes. Watch the 25-minute one. That is, that's your homework. That's your homework, so I'm not going to repeat any of those things. But I want to tell you other things. So, some of you might be newer to my page, and so you might not be familiar with the context or the container with which I view sovereignty and free will choice. Sovereignty and free will choice, and then there is something above that, the kind of reality that we have sovereignty and free will choice within. And that is a co-creative reality. Co-creative. Co-creative implies a collaboration in manifesting a reality. The universe, source energy, the divine, God, however you see it, gives us options, and we can only really choose from those options. This can give us a sense of peace. It is not only up to us to manifest our reality. It's okay. Reality will keep hitting you. God, universe, source will continue to provide you with experiences even if you don't do anything. With that said, if you do things and interact with reality, change your vibration, visualize and explore frequencies with your imagination so you can start to explore different ways of behaving and acting and being so that you can exist in different vibrational realities depending upon how you tune your frequency with your behaviors, actions, and ways of being. Know that all of these frequencies that you tune yourself to, all these realities that you vibrationally align with, are pre-set by God. They are available to you because the divine made it so. You are able to activate certain energies in your body and embody particular frequencies because it is divine. Okay? Some people can't activate certain frequencies in their body because of their karma, because of what they did in their past lives, because of what this lifetime is for them. The divine will block them and make it so they experience their divine life no matter what. Are there versions? Yes, we live in a quantum multidimensional reality. So lots of different versions of reality. It almost seems infinite, so that we have so much we can choose and such a nice range, a nice scale that we can decide upon in how we are going to tune our frequency and in which reality we are going to align with because of our frequency choice. But keep in mind, you are not alone. This is a co-creative reality, okay? It's super important to remember that you are not doing this alone. My hair feels so silky. I'm going to be playing with it this whole video. For sure. It's one of those days. This is just, so nice. I'm still in the message, don't worry. So now that we know that now we're reminded that we live in a co-creative reality, and we understand the container with which our sovereignty and power of free will are within, we can be at ease because everything is not dependent on us. You don't have to do perfect 100% in order to align with your heartfelt dreams and desires. Because who put those heartfelt dreams and desires there? Why? Why are your heartfelt dreams and desires there? They're there because those are the breadcrumbs to your soul purpose, to your life purpose, your divine life purpose. The blueprint to that is in the heart, okay? Is in your soul. The soul seat is that solar plexus, the heart resting in that soul seat. So now that you know that your heartfelt dreams and desires are in your soul, are in your heart, know that they came from God. They came from God. So as long as you're working in alignment with your heartfelt dreams and desires, you are literally working in alignment with your life purpose. And you are not doing this secretly, hiding from God. You follow your heart, God's like, perfect, that's what I put you here for. Things get messy when you ignore your heart, and you have to start to experience those outskirt vibrational realities that are very far away from that soul purpose. Those outskirt vibrational realities tend to be uncomfortable to push you back on track. Multitude of different realities exist to assist you with aligning with your soul purpose, your soul purpose, your soul purpose. Take a deep breath. So we live in this co-creative reality. We've got a feeling of free reign and sovereignty, like we can do whatever we want. But ultimately we are working in the container of the divine, okay? So I wanted to make this video. I wanted to come live for a moment and remind you guys of that. I speak so much of sovereignty. I talk about sovereignty all the time. We talk about manifesting. We talk about vibrations. I don't know if I've really been explicit about the co-creative nature of our current reality. So I want to make sure I just put that out there, that you're not alone in this. God, the universe, source, however you view it, the divine, is working directly with you, through you. You might only be able to sense 3 breadcrumbs in your heart right now that you want to do those breadcrumbs, more will come. Because God stays talking to you from within. Your solar plexus is your Bluetooth with the divine, with God, with source. So anytime you want to talk to God, you don't have to go out. You tap in to your heart, and through your heart, you're able to then be communicated with from the divine, from within. Your solar plexus is literally a portal to source energy. Literally. That's your solar plexus. A portal to source energy. And it speaks into your heart. And don't worry, when your heart's a little closed, it'll speak into your gut. So your intuition, your spirit is going to talk to you from lots of different places. The universe will make it happen so that you are constantly guided. And so that you constantly have breadcrumbs and tools and resources available to you to continue to move along your soul purpose path. Okay, my loves? You are not alone in this. Every heartfelt dream and desire is there because God put it there before you came here. Okay? So that's going to take you right along your God path. I don't want you to worry about your heartfelt dreams and desires and thinking that you're somehow doing this stuff without God or without the universe, or somehow you can work against the divine. Or I also don't want you to think that, like, because you have free will, you're like somehow can do whatever you want whenever you want and change things however you want with some kind of like auto manifestation skill without taking into account what your soul purpose is and why you're here. You will only be permitted to do things that the divine allows you to do. So as you approach this week, I want you to keep in mind all the light codes I gave you in that other IGTV video that I want you guys to watch. Keep in mind all of that. But as you're moving forward, I need you to keep in mind that nothing needs to be forced or pushed. You do not need to really labor when it comes to... labor is not a good word, actually, because labor kind of sounds like birthing and creation, and sometimes it does take work to birth a creation. So let me not say that. But what I will say is you will not have to go off of your integrity or off of your center at all to manifest your heartfelt dreams and desires. Your heartfelt dreams and desires, in order to most perfectly align with them, would require for you to align deeper with your integrity and deeper with your spirit. And when you are aligning with your integrity, with your spirit, with your conscious, with your intuition, with the energy of God communicating to your heart, when you align with that, you are at your purest frequency, okay? Take a deep breath. So you have so much power and so much flexibility and so much freedom to explore life and to explore lots of different frequencies. And the one that I teach about, the one that I'm most interested in, Love Steady Life, what this is about is aligning with our highest potential realities, our highest vibrational potentials, our heartfelt dreams and desires. The heartfelt dreams and desires are there so that we know the scent and we know the look and we know the taste of that which is meant for us for our highest vibrational potential. Okay? Take a deep breath. Okay, so you do not get to work out of God's gaze. Know that if you don't say God, replace it with source or universe or the divine, please. I can't keep using all 4 words every time I talk about this light code. So, switch out words as you feel right in case you don't like the word God, but I don't care. I like the word God. God's awesome. So, you don't get to do anything like out of God's gaze. It's not like, oh, I found God's blind spot and I'm going to do stuff here. No. You came here through the portal energy of God. God is literally inside of you talking to you, to your soul, technically. God is inside of you talking to your soul. So you align with your soul from within rather than programming yourself to outer focus and kind of outsource your thinking and feeling to external parties. If you just get in there and feel and get in there, God can talk directly to you. And that's ideal because then you feel so guided and you don't really need to know everything that's going to happen far in advance. You're able to truly take things one step at a time and you feel like you're coming closer and closer to home. Life feels more and more like home. Life feels better and better and better. You feel more and more taken care of by the world around you because you're working in tandem with spirit. So you're working in tandem with your highest vibrational potential, aka the energy of heaven on earth. As you embody your spirit's already embodied. As you let your embodied spirit, because this point in Ascension, my loves, your spirit has been forced into your body. You ain't got no higher self. Your higher self, your previously disassociated partial astral body that was outside of your body because your body was so low vibrational that it couldn't handle being there. The cosmic energy has shifted. Boom. Shove that whole soul, that whole spirit into your body. Every single human being is having to face their conscious, having to face the voice of God, having to face the truth about their heartfelt dreams and desires and what they're here for. Every single human can feel it. I've told you that 1,000 times before, but I gotta tell you again. Why are they feeling it? Because God is like, hey, hey, hey. When you feel that in your heart, you move about life in a way that is a little more conscientious. It also makes things a little more exciting because it's not just like everything is dependent on you to do things in order to make them happen. You do a little and the universe gives back. You do a little and the universe does a little. You do a little and the universe does a little. Sometimes it's time to move and sometimes it's time to receive from the universe. You will know the difference. When you literally can't think of things to do or move, then maybe it's time to receive. And when you literally can't sit still for a moment longer and you feel the energy and the conviction and the passion to move forward, then you move. God's inside of you. So just keep tapping in. Right underneath your heartfelt dreams and desires, there's God whispering there, keeping them alive. Because your heartfelt dreams and desires are the key codes, blueprints to your soul purpose, to your highest vibrational potential reality. But because we live in a quantum, multidimensional universe/reality, there are lots of different versions that you get to experience. Something maybe that's perfectly in alignment, something that's a little off, something that's a little cold, a little hot, a little this, a little that. Think about numbers. Think about decimal points. Think about how specific and nuanced numbers can get. That's what we're talking about when it comes to frequencies. So there's definitely going to be a multitude of versions of reality just to match you so that you can keep moving forward. All right. So that's my message. That's my message about co-creation that I wanted to share with you guys. Yes, we are sovereign. We have no right to infringe on another person's sovereignty. And no person has a right to infringe on us. No one can make you do anything that you don't want to do, and you can't make anyone do anything that they don't want to do. That is sovereignty, and that is that. That is that. Okay? That is that. Now, when it comes to manifesting, doesn't matter how bad you want to manifest a real live elephant in your living room. God's probably not going to let that happen, okay? Doesn't matter how badly you want to manifest some aberrant, ridiculous thing. When you really tap into your heart, you can feel that that's ego. When you want to go away from the divine, away from your heart, away from God, and create aberrations to please the outside world, you are fighting against co-creation. When you're ignoring your heartfelt dreams and desires, when you're ignoring your intuition, when you're ignoring what God is telling you and you're being stubborn and you say, no, I want this, I want that, and I'm powerful so I can manifest it. Doesn't matter if everything inside of me is saying, no, I can do it anyways. You will not. You will not. There's no blind spot that God has, like, oops, God's like, oops, I missed that one and I let that person manifest an elephant in their living room. No. No. There will always be boundaries and parameters to this reality. And as we can see with the crazy shit people have been doing, these boundaries and parameters are pretty wide. They're pretty large. Because people really have full free will to choose if they want to align with their heartfelt dreams and reality. So God, the divine, will give them access to a lot of different nuanced frequencies that are not in alignment with their heartfelt dreams and reality, just so they can continue to live, so those non-heartfelt dreams and desire realities can keep calling to them and calling to them. So those nuanced realities that are a little off can keep drawing them back to the heartfelt dreams and reality, keep drawing them back to the heartfelt dreams and reality. So just please keep in mind, you're not manifesting alone. Anything you manifest, you're not manifesting it without God's complete consent. You're not going to force the universe or force reality to create something for you if it's not in alignment. And you're not, while you might be able to align yourself with realities that do not feel good, that doesn't necessarily mean that that is your highest potential reality. It just means that you have chosen to tune your frequency in a way that has aligned you with a particular reality. How it makes you feel can inform you on how far it is or isn't from your center, from your true highest vibrational potential reality. When it feels like home, when it feels good, when you feel passionate and like you want to keep moving forward and you're having ideas, when you can be still without a thought in your mind and just take a deep breath and be present with yourself in the gratitude of being alive, those are the moments that you are truly, truly, truly an earth angel and in the fifth dimension. And there's a whole other experience of reality that we have access to as we approach this other end of ascension. Now, 80% of our society is going to take about three more years before they truly understand the power of vibrations and how they can truly align with their heartfelt dreams and desires perfectly. This perfect blueprint in their heart, given by God, blueprinted on their soul, is completely capable for them to embody in this incarnation. It might take some people some time, but you're here with me now. So if you want, you can learn this now. There's no rush, and there's also no hiding from God. And it's okay if you don't feel proud of yourself. It's okay if you wish you could have done more in the past, because you're still alive right now, so you can do more. I am very big on to-do lists. I am very big on writing shit out, because sometimes we'll get a download, we'll feel an epiphany. A download is like an epiphany. We'll feel an epiphany in our hearts, and it's so complete yet complex that we need to just write it all out. So just write it all out, because sometimes we will get an epiphany that informs us on what we're going to do for the next 3 years. If you think you can keep that all in your head, good for you. But I would recommend writing it all out. If you have an epiphany and it causes you to go into your freeze trauma response and you're like, oh God, that's too much stuff, I'm not going to do it good, I'm just going to, and you freeze, definitely make a to-do list or make a list of all the things you want to do in your life. Make sure everything on that list resonates. And then you got to go to the very top, to the very first one, pull that one aside, put it in a new list, and that's going to take its own to-do list to get there. I tell you about the to-do lists because I do want you to feel capable. I do want you to feel like you can really work with this reality. And one of the ways that we can do that is that intention, and having the intention to do something and not having to keep it all in our mind and having to remember it, but being able to be more in the moment and reference our resources and reference our tools. Some people have really great memories, and their ego really works for them, because the ego is great for remembering things and stuff like that, but you know, we're all human and we've all got different ego shit we're working through. So that's why the to-do list is a great way to keep the things we want to do untouched by ego, and we can re-reference them and change them as much as we want. Only do things that you want to do that feel good in your heart and soul. No one can make you do anything that you don't want to do. You are an adult. You are a sovereign being on this earth. Human did not create you. God created you. And you are a child of the divine, as we all are. And if we're all children of the divine, then no other child has authority over you. There is no human being who has any authority over you and your sovereignty, okay? Those of you who are awakened now, that are the 20% of humanity that don't need another 3 years to embody the fifth dimension, I need you to be in an energy of finesse, not dishonesty, of finesse. I need you to be in an energy of suave, of smooth. I need you to be in an energy of flow. You can be as sharp, as powerful, as amazing and magical as you want on your personal life, but you better keep that magic to yourself. The rest of the people in the world are not quite ready. They are going to see you, if you start being, they're going to see you wielding your magic, and it's going to make things challenging because people are not aware that they are sovereign yet. And a lot of people still think they can make other people do things that they don't want to do. So we are still in a world, in a reality, in a society where people think they can make you do things that you don't want to do. Fucking psychopaths. One day they'll learn. One day they'll realize how fucking wrong they are. But in the meantime, don't go in their world. Don't go down and into their world and think you're supposed to make magic in there. No. Unless your soul has given you a direct path and purpose to interact with those people, your main purpose right now is to be undercover agent. You got to be an undercover agent, embody love fully. Embody love, compassion, forgiveness fully. Fully claim your vibration, fully choose how you want to be, how you want to behave, how you want to act, what you want to do. You choose that and tune the frequency of that choice from your heart and from your soul. Be guided by God from within. This is a collaborative project, your life. There was a preset purpose for you before you incarnated that you have the potential to fully embody and manifest in this incarnation, and it will feel like home. And you will be provided for. It doesn't all happen at once. Nothing ever all happens at once except what? Death. The only things that happen all at once are endings. So don't need everything to happen all at once. Let it go slow. Let it be drawn out. Let it be step by step. Okay? There's no rush. If you don't enjoy the process of manifesting something, then how are you going to like the final manifestation if you don't even like the process? Especially if the thing you want to manifest has a massive process. Are you sure you really want that? So keep revisiting your wants. Keep revisiting what you perceive to be your needs and ensure that they are actually up to date. And lower your standards for the people around you and thinking that they're going to be the same as you, as intelligent as you, or respect sovereignty like you. You know what? Assume they don't, okay? So that you don't get, like, what I feel is a lot of people are in a constant state of asking other people for permission to do what they want to do. Giving other people authority over them when they don't need those people's permission in order to do what they were put on this earth to do. So where you find yourself asking outside people for permission to do what God is telling you to do, if you're coming from a place of truly sovereign, of being a truly sovereign being and never infringing on another person's sovereignty at all, that's a good path, babe. That's a good path. A lot of people take this message and distort it, and they're like, I'm being sovereign, while they're directly trying to snuff out another person's sovereignty. That shit's stupid, so don't be that person, okay? God's not going to tell you to like hurt someone. God's not going to tell you to make someone do something. God's not going to tell you to manipulate someone. So be discerning. There is a huge feeling difference between when you are in sovereignty and when you are not. You got to take a deep breath. Lots of people can do things for love, from the heart, and because they feel it's right. But ultimately, we will know the true vibrational frequency that they're approaching life from on whether or not they respect other people's sovereignty. Okay? And while we're working through and deprogramming our minds, as we're coming crystalline online and embodying this heaven on earth energy and starting to interact with reality in the fifth dimension, it's going to be up to us to stay tuned. It's going to be up to us to stay discerning. And it's going to be up to us to continue to ensure that we are not only respecting our own sovereignty, but also respecting the sovereignty of the people around us. We really don't need to put our hands on the people around us. We don't need to make people do anything. Now is not the time to make people do anything at all. Now is the time for you to do stuff. And that's why I say finesse, suave. There's a perfect divine path for you to where you don't need to push anyone out of the way. There's a perfect road for you where there's no one else in your lane, in your way, in front of you at all. You just have to really know that. And not have that energy of like, I gotta cut people down to get to where I want to go. No, you don't. You really don't. Like, really, you don't. Okay? So, that's my message for you. We live in a co-creative reality. Our sovereignty and our free will are under the container of a co-creative reality. The things you do and the vibrations you put out there, what you get back is not guaranteed. You might not be right about what you get back in response to the vibrations and energies you put out there, okay? It's not guaranteed. God and the universe, source, the divine, decide what you're going to get back. So make sure the energy you're putting out, the vibrations you're putting out, and the choices you're putting out actually align you with your heart and soul. Don't think that you can make certain choices and put out certain vibrations to like manipulate God into giving you what you want. That's not how it goes. All you will get back from the universe when you act and behave from a vibrational frequency that is not in alignment with your spirit, the feedback you get from the universe will be feedback to push you back in alignment with spirit. What's going to take to align them with spirit? Pain, discomfort, heartbreak. Don't do that to yourself, babe. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? Just stay in integrity. I feel like, God's going to keep talking to you from within. You're going to start to have bigger and bigger plans revealed to you as you're willing to consider your true life purpose. I am feeling like there's a quickening in time that is happening, so don't worry about how long things are going to take, because it's not going to take as long as you think. And then in the same way, you're going to want it to take that long because a lot of these things require a really nice, firm foundation, and it might take several years to build a nice, firm foundation. And in the building of that nice, firm foundation, we're also building our integrity and our character, and we're getting stronger, and we're learning the lessons and retaining the tools that we need to retain, so that once that foundation is built, we're able to handle that next vibrational reality. So no rush, my loves. No rush. Keep your hands off other people and know that there is a perfect path. Like, it might look like it's a wall in front of you and there's nowhere for you to go. But when you really tap in, you realize it's more like a bunch of and you can fit between. So I fit through. Looked like a wall, but once I got into my center, I saw there was actually a perfect little hole for me there. I didn't even have my name on it. Shucks. Okay. I think I got it out. Co-creative reality. There's no guarantee on what energy the universe will give back to you in response to what you put out there. So just put out there your best. Okay? That's the best you can do, right? Just do your fucking best. Don't infringe on another person's sovereignty. And while you feel like you have free will, while you feel like you can do whatever you want, ultimately you will not be manifesting a live elephant in the middle of your living room, right? I know for a fact that none of you have that as part of your heart soul purpose. Okay? So don't fuck around with God. Don't test God. Don't test the divine. It's a waste of your time. Okay? Rather, test yourself. Start taking action. Start taking actionable choices from your heart center. From your heart center, really respecting the sovereignty of other beings, even if they don't respect your sovereignty. That's where the swerve comes in. You will see, coming from a place of pure love and compassion, you will see if others are not of a vibration that is in alignment with your well-being. Thank you for the love donation. So keep in mind that you're going to know. You've got to make sure that you can accept people as they are right now, okay? Accept people as they are. Maybe you wish they'd be different. Maybe you wish they'd be better. That's you who sucks when you do that. I wish they were different. I wish they were better. I wish they would change. You suck when you do that. I want you to know. How dare you? I wish they were different. I wish they were better. Okay. Well, people are not here for you. You're here for you. God's here for you. But people are not here for you. Oh, this person was brought here to please me. No. It's not like that. You're going to have to work with people's truths, with whatever their truths are. You've got to work with it. And let's say it turns out that they don't respect your sovereignty the way you respect theirs. Accept that. Surrender to that truth of who they are and actually make choices for yourself in your life that will actually align you with your well-being. Once you can accept and surrender to the fact and truth that someone does not fucking respect your sovereignty, you can stop interacting with them in that manner where they would project that bullshit onto you. It's up to you to fully accept and surrender to the truth of what people are and what they believe and how they live, so you can ensure that you are not constantly interacting with people that go against your well-being and bring you down. It's no other adult's job to make you feel good. It's no other adult's job to be the way you want them to be. Your wants have no place when it comes to how another person chooses to be for themselves. Rescind all of those icky, sticky attachments that try and make other people's choices mean something for you. No. Surrender and accept the truth of other people. Surrender and accept their truth. And make moves accordingly, intelligently, in alignment with your well-being, because you are informed. Okay? Once you learn that someone around you or some organization around you or something does not respect your sovereignty, make sure you retain that information and move forward in your life from a more informed place, okay? Then you will actually be dealing with real reality, and you won't be working in a disillusioned place wondering why a lot of your intentions, nothing is matching up and you're not seeing any manifestation in your life. It's probably because you're so disillusioned because you're really not interacting with actual reality. We interact with actual reality when we don't have any attachments to the way that people are. We don't need them to be any way for us. No. I surrender and accept exactly how they are so that I can make sure I move forward in an informed way in alignment with intelligence. In alignment with intelligence and my well-being. Okay, I see how this person is, so I'm not going to continue to try and interact with them the way I did prior to understanding how this person is. Now I understand how they are, so now I'm going to interact in a different manner. Oftentimes, it's putting more space between you and the person, but whatever you choose. I don't want to try and change what you want to do so much. I'm here to inspire you and give you the codes and activate your spirit. And I hope the space that I hold has assisted you and feeling the activation in your spirit. Your life force energy, that is your spirit. There is so much that you can do in your life right now in this energy. There is so much transformation that you can create in your life. There is so much growth available for you in your life. So please take your hands off of other people. All of that incredible transformation, growth energy that you're currently maybe trying to change other people with, please retract that, retain that, and use it for yourself. Now is the time for us to truly embody our truest and highest vibrational selves and release all non-sovereign ways of being so that we can truly step into the fifth dimension and start to have some fun here. My closing words are enjoyment and gratitude. Enjoyment and gratitude are going to be two ways besides breath that can raise your vibration. In whatever experience you're in, even if you're having to stick up for yourself or be a super grown up or do a very adulting type of thing or discipline a child or something, you can still enjoy yourself. Try your best to enjoy yourself in every single circumstance, no matter how uncomfortable it is. And then if that doesn't work, sometimes just acknowledging how ungrateful you are when you're not enjoying yourself, that's another thing you can do. I know it's kind of like a reverse psychology thing, but you really have the ability to enjoy yourself right now. Not everyone in the world, but that's okay because not everyone in the world is watching this video or will watch this video because I'm saving it. So those of you who resonate with this message, make the most out of every moment. Open yourself up to unexpected pleasure. I open myself up to unexpected enjoyment. I open myself up to unexpected enjoyment. I open myself up to an abundance of positivity. I open myself up to an abundance of positivity. I allow my perspective to expand, to continue, to perceive all of my options, to align myself with my highest vibrational reality. You deserve to experience fun and pleasure and enjoyment, to eat and drink delicious things, and to fill yourself up with high vibrating love light energy, and to just emit and shine that light. You can just burn bright and shine all that energy. But know that your shine sucks the minute you're like, I'm gonna shine my energy to change people. Fuck that. Don't do that. I'm gonna shine to change people. Don't do that. When I was younger, I did that shit. No. Let them be how they want to be. Please. If they want to be inspired by you, if they choose, if the divine within them inspires them to look at you and be inspired by you, that's their choice. You don't get to take credit for that. Oh, I inspired them. Fuck that. No. They let themselves be inspired. You know how hard it was for them to look at you and let themselves be inspired? That's all their credit. You shining, you emitting your light is for you because it's your birthright and you deserve to shine because you're an earth angel. Love light coming off of you. This love light coming off of you, this emanation of your life force energy anchored into the heart. Oof, it's amazing. It's amazing. And the whole world starts to bend and respond to that love vibration. You're not doing it to change the world. You're doing it because it is your birthright. And in response, the universe will co-creatively give an energy back to you. I think that makes sense. I think I was clear about that. Yeah. It's going to be such a relief. It's going to be so relaxing for you once you stop thinking that you somehow need to change people. And you can just really just lower your standards on how people are supposed to be with you and just like accept them for how they are and move forward without needing them to be different. Move forward in alignment with intelligence and your well-being. Just see how people are. Learn and then move accordingly. Move accordingly. If you have to get moved away from them because they do not respect your sovereignty, then so be it, okay? And you never know. Once they see your ass walking away, maybe they'll get an epiphany in the light code for sovereignty within themselves, and then they meet you there in the fifth dimension. You don't know how people's spiritual paths are going to wind and take them along. So every single person right now who's not awakened, that doesn't mean they never are going to awaken. 80% of society has 3 more years to awaken. There's really no rush. We're early. We're the archetypes. Yay for us. But everybody else, they've got time. So now's the time for us to retract our need to change them, because that's going to be real fucking exhausting. 3 years kind of badgering the people around us to change, and it just doesn't work. Release, surrender, accept the truths of the people around you, and move in alignment with your heart center, and move in alignment with your well-being. And then in the next 3 years, we will notice that the fifth dimension begins to populate and populate more and more. We will notice that heaven on earth begins to populate more and more and more, and that sovereignty and that free will and the co-creative nature of reality is starting to be something else. The next iteration of our lives. I hope this video could inspire you. I hope this video could motivate you. I hope this video can help you feel sovereign and capable. I hope this video could inspire you to continue to emit love out of your body, not to change people, but because it is your birthright and you are love. Love is the highest vibrational frequency, and no one has to know that you're emitting it. You just emit it because you know that whatever energy you put out, the universe is going to give back. And I want to get loved on by the universe, so I'm going to open myself up to be loved on by the universe in any way possible. I'm going to open myself up to get loved on by the universe from all corners and spaces and sides. I'm going to open myself up for the universe to constantly love on me, and so that means I got to constantly be emitting that love as best I can, at least. Oh, I'm so happy that this helped, and you are so, so welcome. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I hope you guys will take a moment to go to my website and check out my new membership. New membership prices. Membership's been around for years. But now, a silver membership gives you access to the meditation video library, as well as the monthly energy report and the yearly energy report, which is super exciting. Silver members, those of you who are already silver members, you didn't used to have access to the meditation video library, and now you do! Oh, that's $11. And then gold membership has all of the amenities of silver membership, plus gold membership gets complimentary access to all of my ebooks, to all of my locked articles, and to our bi-weekly meditations on Thursday and Friday on Zoom. So if you want to sign up for my meditations, if you want to read through all of my different Ascension teachings and all of my quantum healing teachings that are in the ebooks on my website, then check out the gold membership. That is $22. If you don't want a membership but you want to come to meditation, you can always sign up for a drop-in meditation class. Thursday session is an hour long, and that is $11. The Friday session is about 30 minutes long, and it is $5. So that's pretty much a lot of the offerings that I've got for you guys right now. Oh, and I also have a written reading offering now on my website that is more affordable. I've created a new offering to just make this work, this one-on-one work I do, a little more available for you guys. So I hope that helps. I feel good about that. I feel good about the way I set that up on my website. So we'll see what happens. If you ever have any questions about anything about my website, about membership, about a reading with me, please just DM me. It's the fastest way to get a hold of me. If you like YouTube, go check out my YouTube and subscribe. I've got not a lot of followers. I sometimes post videos there, but I hope one day I can start going live on YouTube too, because I think I would be able to get the light codes and the messages out to some different people, and that's really exciting for me. I love you guys. I hope that you have an amazing week. I'll be back soon. Know that I have already written our August 2021 energy report. It's about 2,000 words. It's written. I still got to spell check it. I want to give myself a couple more days to fully spell check it because it's lengthy. In the meantime, gold and silver members or whoever wants, go read the July energy report. It's on my website. There's a huge free sample on the website too. Make sure you're coded up with the July light codes so that when the August light codes come in, they don't smack you in the face and you're prepared. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day. Please take care of yourselves. I'll be back soon, and I love you. Bye, my loves.